Hello everybody, welcome back to some Lego Star Wars. As you can see, we're on Mustafar to do our cleanup for this.
Hello? Does anyone copy? Hit the button to respond.
Okay, green, pink, white.
First sequence confirmed. Resume communication when ready.
Let's see, just 3 of
Sending
them? That
landing
shouldn't be
request
too
code
bad.
Tango 4. Repeat code to confirm.
Okay, yellow, blue, pink, white. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it stays lit up after I get on it, so it must only be one
Second sequence
time
confirmed.
each. That's not bad.
Security here is pretty tight. There's one more to go whenever you're ready. Alright,
Okay.
let's do this thing. Final code incoming. You know the drill. Repeat to confirm.
Green, blue, what, yellow, pink. Okay. You know, I feel like I should say, I'm saying the colors. That's not how I'm remembering them, by the way. I'm literally just like drawing the pattern in my head. So it's like bottom
Final
left,
sequence confirmed.
line up to the right
Entering
one,
facility
over,
bay.
over, and I just like see the, here's where I start and then follow the lines. Kind of like
I
it
am
connect the
in.
dots.
Here you go.
Which
Oh,
is why I
still need
do
those.
perfectly fine on ones like this. But when it like can repeat a color, that's when I start to have issues. Because that's obviously when the line crosses over itself and it's like, all right, so I go from this one to this one, but then which of these 2 lines out of here do I follow? You know? Okay, so it looks like I got something way up there. Oh, and something back here. Oh, I see. Bane, I require your assistance. Or more specifically, your grappling hook. I don't know, do I go up and over or do I just drop through? I feel like I can just drop, although it's not letting me, so I guess I will go up and over. Or not. There we go. Nope. Okay, well I didn't actually want to grapple, I just wanted to go down, so. There we go. Welcome to Mustafar. You know, there's one of those for every world, right? There's a welcome to whatever world you're on. I feel like some of them are like way harder than others, you know? Like a couple of them were literally more or less anyway, like turn around from where your ship lands and walk like 20 feet. And yet then you have ones like that that's obviously still not hard. I mean, it's still just, get to the point and be done with it, but all right. Yeah. And then net launcher. Oh, right, I forgot that. I got the more color schemes thing. Because I have been upgrading the, like going into like the character upgrades, like the class upgrades and doing that, after most of the parts. Oh, good lord. Apparently I also picked up fast climbing for these guys or something. Oven overlook. I guess any of this place would be considered an oven, right? Alright. And about this way. Whoops. Okay. Well, apparently there's buttons down there to press. Oh, and it looks like I have to. Is it just the one, though? Because, I mean, if it's going to let me press it from here. Nice. I feel like that's not quite how that one was supposed to be done. considering that I see like a bunch of climb points in that. But hey, if you can't use the Force to make things easier on yourself, what's the point of being a Jedi, right? Not that that's a good reason to become a Jedi, but you know. Ah, fuck. The perks, you know? You gotta go with the perks. That's how you get people to join, is you give them perks. That's how you get people to do stuff. What the hell is this thing? Oh, interesting. Okay, so I need a bunch of these. Well, let's just throw this one in the furthest one, closest one. Should probably break stuff just in case. I need to build some of these or something, you know. Now it's also possible that once I do that thing with the droid, I'm supposed to then, it'll be like a slow thing, and then I'll have to. Nope, they're locked in. I was gonna say, because then it might be like I have to move them as like the electricity or whatever advances, but no, I guess not. Okay, another one. Oh, it looks like there is something to build though. Oh, I was right. Well, now I'm glad I broke stuff. I'm not entirely sure which thing I broke that gave me this though. That it? Yeah, looks like it. I've been rewatching. I say rewatching. It's basically like a new show now because it's been so long. But The Mentalist. I didn't realize just how little police work they do in that show. Like, well, here's the thing that they show doing, right? Like, it's very rare that anybody besides Jane actually like does anything super useful, you know. Like, they have obviously, like, you know, they go and they arrest and whatnot, and they do like the legwork, they do a bunch of like research and that, but I feel like even with the research they do, it doesn't like accomplish very much, or at least it doesn't accomplish it fast enough. Like, by the time they do the research, basically all they're doing is just proving what Jane's already been saying, you know? And for those of you who don't know, Patrick Jane is the main character. He is a dude. I realize I keep saying Jane instead of Patrick, but that's because very few people call him Patrick, which is, you know. And I feel like calling him Pat would really, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Okay. Now I'm assuming, yeah, since I've already turned that, it's fine to take this. Yeah, still a good show. I'm enjoying it again. I know that at some point they fuck it up, which I want to say is where I stopped watching it before. So a little bit of a spoiler alert coming. If you don't want to know, skip ahead like 10 minutes, I guess. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it is I'm doing here. So anyway, the whole purpose, or the whole point of The Mentalist. Okay, can I do something else with this? No. Is that dude's a pretend psychic. Pretends to be a psychic for the cops because he's effective. No, I didn't think so. So does this go somewhere else? And gets put on a case with very bad serial killer, right? Makes a mistake of saying some shit about said serial killer when he shouldn't have. And said serial killer kills his wife and kid. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is a thing up there. So, dude admits to not being a psychic. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, though. And then continues to help the cops because he wants to catch the guy who murdered his family. Understandable. And that's the show. They go through cases. Every once in a while, they get a case about the guy that he's actually after. Sometimes they get cases that look like it's him, but it's not. But anyway, now here comes the spoiler alert, I guess. That wasn't really the spoiler. At the end of one of the seasons, they get the guy. They find the guy anyway. Or more specifically, Jane finds the guy, the mentalist. He's the one who finds the guy. Kills him. Yeah, seriously. Oops. Oh, can I climb up here too? Anyway, finds him, kills him. That's the end of the that's like the end of the season. Good ending to the season and everything, right? Now, the problem comes in when they decided to continue the show past that, which is fine. It's a cop show. Cop shows are one of the few types of shows that I'll say don't really have hard outs. And by that, okay, so, oh, well, it wasn't lit up. I didn't know I could use it. And what I mean by that is that because it's a cop show and there's cases after case after case, there really is no need to ever end it unless just the actors don't want to do it anymore, right? Or like they get too old or something. Like, well, look how many seasons Law and Order has, right? I think they're still going. I don't know if all of the different versions are still going. I know that at least a couple of them have definitely lost actors from them. Either because they literally died or just because they don't do it anymore. So yeah, they wanted to bring it back. They obviously wanted him to continue working with the people, with the team.
You ain't getting past us. Get him!
And the thing is obviously, I don't know if he was working with these specific people before the guy killed his wife or he got put on this specific team afterwards. That I don't know. I don't remember it from before, and they haven't said up to where I am right now. But what they wanted to do is they wanted to bring back, but for some reason the writers felt, despite him working with the cops before this guy killed his wife and kid, and despite him obviously becoming attached to these people and even potentially, falling in love with the one, as they tend to do in TV shows, for some reason, some moron somewhere, and yes, moron for sure, decided that because he killed the guy, he no longer had a reason to work with them. Oh. Which is obviously ridiculous. Because as I said, he was already working with them before before this guy killed his wife, which I didn't remember, in all honesty. I knew that the reason he was with them was because the guy killed his wife. I did not remember that he was actually hunting this guy before the guy killed his wife. That part I did not remember. See, now it has that little walkthrough thing there. I don't want to do that though. But yeah, they decided that without that guy. So what they did is, despite him finding the guy who killed his family, killing him, finally getting some closure, which, in my opinion, would have been better. They're like, you know what? Unfortunately, wasn't actually the guy. This guy basically is never wrong throughout this entire show. But the one time when it was that important, it was literally the guy and yet that's when he got it wrong. So yeah, it's just kind of like a go fuck yourself. Because here's the thing, right? To anybody who was watching the show up till that point, it's a go fuck yourself. Because here's the thing, right? Having him kill him and then continue on is such a better option, because you have, I want to say it's 3 seasons in before this happens, before he finds and kills the guy, right? So continuing on, I don't remember how many seasons there were. I know it started like 2 years after Psych and only went on for like 1 year after, but I don't remember how. I don't know why I said that now, because I don't remember how many seasons were in Psych either, off the top of my head. But anyway, my point is that with all that taken into account, it would have been so much better, because it would have let them give him closure. It would have let them show him getting his closure. It would have let them show him moving on. They could have progressed. Like I said, he more or less ends up falling for the one person. I don't know if I would say like 100%. I mean, once again, it's been so long since I've watched the show that even like the very first episode, which I thought I knew, turns out I didn't. Because it did not go down the way I remembered it going down. You know what? Fuck it. And you know, progressing that relationship and that, you know, showing him moving on and everything. But it's a thing that, yeah, I still need one more, I think, that they do with so many shows like that, because they feel like people are watching it for a specific reason and that they don't want anything other than that. So like, it's like, oh, because he's after the guy who murders him. It's like, yeah, sure, but I mean, he's repeatedly shown to care about all of the victims that they come across, or at least the majority of them. Once again, only like, I think I just finished episode 5, maybe. So I mean, it's not like he wouldn't have had a reason to continue with it, you know. But I say this with like Law and Order being the exception to this, obviously. The majority of shows like this, they end up, and even Psych, I will say, is an exception to this, because they do it a little bit. Same with like Law and Order, they do it a little bit, but it's not like the overarching theme to the show, you know, where they keep trying to one up themselves. It's like, oh, we just had this, so now we need somebody worse. We just had this, so now we need somebody worse, right? Like a good example of this that I like to use for like people raising the stakes too much is Supernatural. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Supernatural. Last time I watched it, I never finished it. The first time I watched it, I watched it constantly while I was buying the seasons. I can actually look right now. We have 8 seasons, so at the very least, I watched that amount. Last time I went to watch it, I was like, you know what? I'm watching 6 seasons, and that's it. 6 seasons. At the end of season 6, that's where they had originally planned to end it. I like that as an ending, and I don't like what happened after that. So, like, if you don't know Supernatural, when it starts, it's 2 brothers. A thing killed their mother. Their dad went kind of wacko. And started getting into hunting monsters, right? And trained them to hunt monsters. How the hell do I get over? So like when the episode starts, what's the stakes, right? When the episodes begin, it's monsters, obviously. Small groups of them, like 1, maybe 2 monsters. You know, not all of them were solo monsters. But my point is that, you know, it's monsters, small amounts of people in trouble. You know, like I think the very first episode is basically they got to save like one person at a time, basically. I guess I'll use this guy since it's here. But then it starts to get out of hand because they do that for a bit, you know. Nice little like, and why I ended up fucking loving the show is like it was always like, oh, here's like a very like an hour-long horror movie, right? Like that's how it was described to me before I even started watching it. It's like, oh, it's like a little mini horror movie every week, and it's like that sounds great. I like horror movies. But then, as I said, they just started to get more and more ridiculous. Eventually, it's like, oh, now we're saving like entire towns full of people, and it's like, oh, and then it's like, oh, world-ending destruction. Like the world is going to end, and it's like, oh, the world's going to end a different way. Oh, and then the world's going to end a different way. And it just got to the point basically where it's like, just let the world end. Like clearly it's meant to be. Like too many world-ending things are happening too close together. And the thing is, it's like, oh, this thing can end the world because it's the strongest thing in existence. You know, it's like, oh, demons, right? They're like fucking, they can take out anything. Man, I was really hoping I didn't have to use these. And then, you know, they bring angels into it. And then after they deal with the angels, it's like, oh, it's like fucking God's sister. Like Satan himself comes into it. And then it's like, yeah, like God's sister and death. Like literal death. A guy who says that eventually he'll kill God as well because he was there before him and he'll be there after him. You know? Like it just keeps getting more and more, like the stakes just keep, and then eventually what ended it for me, and then, you know, they have like the whole problem of constantly bringing people back from the dead, which is like the common complaint for it. It's like, oh no, they died. No, well, they'll be back. And then you even find out in the one episode, I do believe, that they've actually died way more times than they even showed that they even showed, and were just put back because God said so. You know. But yeah, it's it like I said, it just kept getting more and more ridiculous to the point where when I finally stopped watching it, it was, oh, not only is our world going to shit, alternate dimension. And not only that, alternate dimension. And the first person they meet in the alternate dimension, the guy who died in theirs, and was like a super big deal that he died. And it's like, oh my god, you managed to bring him back from the dead without actually bringing him back from the dead. Like, oh my, like, fuck. Oh yeah, and also somebody had like Satan's baby or something. Satan had a baby with someone I do believe was at the same time, like, and like that's why the rift to the alternate dimension opened up, was because Satan's child came into being or something. I don't remember. It was something stupid. I chose to forget it. But yeah, even then, like, it got back to the angel part, and it was like, you know what? Like, if anything, I would probably stop watching it when Dean dies the first time. Like, if I rewatch it again in the future, which I probably will, because like I said, I do really enjoy the show. It's just, it gets to a point where it's like, this is too ridiculous for me to continue watching. So yeah, like next time, okay, how the fuck do I get to this thing? There's something down here. But yeah, it just gets to a point where it's like, it's not, and it's gonna sound weird, but it's just no longer believable. And I realize it's a show about ghosts and demons and chupacabras and shit. I don't know that there was a chupacabra on it, but you know, like werewolves and shit, right? But even then, it just gets to the point where it's like, eh. And what the hell is with every single character in any kind of show needing to have some tragic backstory. You know, like I talked about Psych a couple times there because they referenced the Mentalist in it, and when I started watching it, it made me curious when they were both on, because I know that on Psych they mentioned the Mentalist a couple of times. And yeah, I was surprised that Psych was on first. I thought the Mentalist had been out first, but I never watched Psych when it first came out, whereas the Mentalist, I was watching that when it was on TV, or when it was first coming out. Whereas Psych I didn't watch until, oh god, oops, like so much later. But yeah, the reason I bring it up is because, like, in Psych, once again, they don't do that. He doesn't have some tragic backstory about why he does what he does. His dad showed him how to do it.
Everyone's gone to lunch, but I can't get to my keys. Oh, this is exactly why I hate bring your flea to work day.
Alright, so that thing's a flea, hey? Well then. Well, let's see, can I just, yeah, I can just mind control it. Okay, for a second there, she wasn't moving. Yeah, wreck it. And then you know what? There you go. Dance. Just to keep you over there. Let's see, there is a pathway there, so I guess that must just be an alternate way to do it. Man, you know, I guess they realized while they were making this game that having people switch to Protocol Droid and split in half would be very annoying. Because I feel like there's been a lot of those that we've come across where it's like, yeah, you don't actually have to do it though. That's a weird door to have. There's nothing in it. Okay, well, I'm gonna switch to the droid, but I have a feeling that I don't have this code.
Oh, hello. I am C-3PO. How may I be of assistance?
Talking Bay, Class A. I mean, it's obviously possible that I picked it up. I mean, is it this? Hey, oh, look at that. Man, I'm glad I checked now, because I wasn't going to, and then I was like, I may as well look. I completely forgot that I picked up that password. That password I picked up in, like, one of the first episodes, I think, because that's on Tatooine. That's literally just, like, a thing on Tatooine that gave me that.
Yes, allow me.
Alright. Oh, dance party. Alright. Okay, so I can either get a key card, or it looks like I can take the droid through again. Well, since he's here... Nope, give me that. Nope. Oh, and it's fucking blocked off, so I can't
be
give
of
you that.
assistance here.
Oh. Oh, that's a silver thing. Oops. Nope, can't pick it. So, gotta wait for the stuff to disappear first, apparently. Alright. It's so weird that they, because, like, what's the point to having this here if you can't even, like, go all the way through it? That it in this room? Looks like it. I imagine that they're listening to Star Wars music while they dance. So, you know, if you want to hear what they're listening to, just turn on, just look at the Star Wars, just look up Star Wars music. It's probably the Cantina music, because that seems to be the go-to for anything Star Wars related. Again, let me grapple. Oh, yep. Oh, it's the data card. Now let's see, where am I supposed to go from here? Or how was I supposed to get here in the first place? Yeah, don't know. I guess that must be just how you were supposed to go. Oh, right, I guess since we got the data card, we may as well go and use it. Yeah, let's get the... Why not? Oh, there we go. You can at least see it with the blasters. You can't really see it on the lightsaber. Yeah, but I guess that kind of makes sense. I really expected like the little stream behind it, you know, whenever you swing it. That I kind of figured that would change, but apparently not. All right, let's see. Ah, these again. That one's obviously number 4. That one's number 2. Dealing in absolutes. Okay. I don't know. I'm assuming that that's a reference to something. I vaguely recall that line from the movie, but I just don't know why it would be there. All right, what do we got here? We got a bunch of platforms floating around. Some of them with grapple points, I see. Oh, did not make that. Stupid thing. I guess they're not meant, you're probably just meant to jump up them, but you know. I'll keep this one out on the off chance that it'll let me skip something. Okay, that one doesn't give you as much time to... Yeah, I imagine I'll be able to go past that next part a lot easier with her than with other characters. Because I imagine this will allow me to... well, at the very least it means that I can't fuck up the jump, since I'm grappling straight to it. Look, what's this? Almost, I was gonna say it almost looks like a swing bar on top of it, which would be ridiculous to do. Although, in all fairness, it's not like this is a hard thing to do anyway, considering that they'll lock you into place anyway. Oh, no. God, if I drop now, it's gonna... Although I guess if I drop now, it'll probably spawn me up there, since that was the last place that I had firm footing, which is usually how these things work. So, I guess that's fine. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Like, really? I carry momentum in my jump. So when the platform's moving under me, it, Oh! Why can I grapple there? There was no button on it. I didn't really expect it to move on me. Alright. Pick that up, though. I still don't know. Although I guess we are heading back towards all of them. Like, we're kind of circling back. Because I was going to say, there's still that one underneath that we haven't got. That I didn't know how to get to. Okay. Oh, looks like we got targets to shoot. 1, 2, 3. Where's number 4? I mean, I guess I am just kind of assuming there's a 4. I guess. Oh, wait. Nope. Yeah, 4. 3. Yeah, unfortunately. I feel like they gave me a lot of time there, you know? Oh, maybe? No, that's way too far away. Down here, maybe? No. Up higher? That. Just like the way they're laid out, it's kind of weirdly to like the left of this platform, you know? Because like you have this one that's basically center, and then you have that one there on the left. And this one here would actually almost make more sense for it to be like down there, if anything. And the amount of time I had was weird, right? Like that seemed like an inordinate amount of time. Okay, well I can just climb the ladder up here. So there's no harm in checking. Yeah, I'm not seeing one down here though. Shit. I don't know. Because, I mean, every single one of these that we've had before, you could see the target. Oh, wait. Is that it? No, that's just a silver stud thing. Where, oh, where? I mean, it would make the most sense to me to be on this thing, but obviously that's just the light. Let's see. What will you tell me?
There are complex pipelines running under the facility, filtering out the toxins from the mining process.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a Jedi thing. I mean, like I said, everything seems to be weirdly on the left of this, so on one hand, it would make the most sense for the one I can't see to be on the right, just to like try and balance it out a little bit. But at the same time, since everything's already all pretty much all on the left, at the same time, it would also make just as much sense for that to also be over there, you know? Like I said, you had a fairly large amount of time to get it. I also don't know. I mean, let's see what this is about. Because it's also kind of weird that I can jump over here, you know? Because I don't know why they would bother to make this an area you could get to. very, very weird. I mean, just on the off chance that it's like underneath something, you know? Like the very, very slim chance. I just hoping like it'll snap too. Oh wait, I see it. Way the fuck up there. I didn't quite. It was even further to the right than I suspected. All right. Oh, it shows that there's something there, but it's down below, so we'll get that in a minute. Glider going. Nope. Oh, well, I didn't mean to drop in there. My camera angle kind of screwed me there. Alright. To fix the pipe, for some reason we have boxes to do that. I mean... the fuck are you? Oh, you're still on the wall. Okay, well, let's see if we can just...
I am fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, if that is of any use today.
No, guess I can't get him up that high. Weird, I could get the box that high.
Oh, how wonderful!
Yeah. Alright. Once again, guaranteed not the way you're supposed to do that. Probably just supposed to stack the boxes up and jump in there with the droid instead of lifting them up there, but you know what? Don't care. Alright, what can we do? Let's see, where are our last three we got? Oh, just one straight up here, eh? Okay. We should be able to jump over or down to that one. Should be easy enough. The other two, though, I have absolutely no idea. Let's see, would it be easier to jump? Oof, nope. No gaps there. This looks... yeah. Oof, just barely, but still made it. Okay. 2 left, and I don't particularly know how to get to either of them. Especially that one further back. Oh, and it looks like the other one isn't on this map yet. That's a real shame. Well, let's just go to the other side of this place. See what we can see. It may just be one that I didn't realize I was passing. At least that's what I can hope. Yeah, I probably just need to follow these pipes around, it looks like. Oh, that looks dangerous. Ew. What are the odds this is gonna, yeah, it's gonna say lead me around to that other one. Alright, well the other one though is on the map. And I have absolutely no idea how to get to it, so. all the way out. That's good. What? Oh! Oh! That makes sense. Alright, now then, let us see if that's all the puzzles on Mustafar. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so where were the other ones? Because I remember there being more somewhere, but I don't remember. I don't remember where, unfortunately. Was it in Coruscant? I think so, right? It was in Coruscant. Yeah, it was. Alright, cool. Okay, let's head to Coruscant. Federal District, obviously. Only place we have ones left. I probably should have went to Mustafar Space first, because there is still a couple of things that we're missing, and now that we've finished the story, whatever it is might be available. Alright. Now hopefully whatever we need is here. Because I know that like the Jedi Temple is also part of this, but it's not like... Don't know why I'm 3PO. Alright, let's see. Okay. Let's go to wherever this is, because it seems to be everything is jammed into that one location. But I mean, where Padme was when we went and talked to her about Anakin, I mean, like, that place was already open, was it not? So that wouldn't really track. Oh, just the marketplace? I mean, I did think... Oh god, I forgot there was a hole there. I did think that the market was suspiciously empty of stuff to do. Okay.
Just give me a moment. Yes.
Okay. Okay, what do you have to say? Nope.
Come on in. You want a droid? We got it. Oh, but some droids aren't for regular.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Is that the one you want? Good. Well, I'm sure we have something else for you.
Oh, do I just need to like
Is this
buy
the
this?
droid you want to take home?
Sure. Also, is this like buying characters, kind of? Or... Sure.
Clearly a customer who knows their droids. Impeccable taste. Will you be excellent choice. You won't regret it. Is
Yeah,
that
it is.
the one
It's
you
just
want?
buying characters.
Good choice. Clearly a customer who knows
That's
their
weird.
droids. Is that all for today?
It's very weird that you're just straight
Impeccable
up buying
taste.
the droids.
Will you be purchased? Excellent choice.
It's weird
Is this
because
the
it's in a
droid you
shop,
wanna take
right?
home? Clearly a
Because it's a
customer who
Lego game.
knows
Like
their
everything
droids.
else, you go
Is that
into
all
the
for
menu
today?
to buy, whereas this here, it's like, yeah, it's, you know, the shop. It's like, okay, but why? Why is it the shop? Alright, okay. Puzzles. Is that it? Was it just the one? Little shopping truck. Oh, no, there is more. Oh god, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So they must be in the, either in the Senate Plaza or the Jedi Temple. Nothing there. there. Okay, now it says that they're at the Jedi Temple, but we've had them tell us that before. And lie. So, alright, where's the nearest? The one north of me. Is the closest one. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I see that my little, like, sprint trail is rainbow colored.
You need to live somewhere?
Yes, I would like to go to the Jedi Temple. So
Where you
apparently
headed?
there is still one character left
Safe
in
travels, friend.
the Federal District to unlock. But that one could very easily be a side quest for later. Well, I mean, the fact that there's somebody out here to talk to is good.
You should visit Master Yoda in the council room and attempt the test.
Okay. You know, it's weird that the Trial of the Jedi unlocked a rumor on Tatooine. Okay. Is this the Trial of Foresight?
Hey, come and give this Drew or donuts that.
Do or donut. Alright, I mean, I'm fine with this. Especially if they don't move any faster than that. Also, because I have the thing, that shows me where they are. I think he literally can't hide it. Like, I am actually cheating. Oh, I'm gonna have. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Okay, it is. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing too. I can't even say, yeah, I followed that, because you guys have no
Whoa,
reason to
that's
believe me. Because by the
impressive.
like, as soon as it stops moving, is when it uh is when like the marker shows up. You know, because like I am following it, and it definitely isn't hard. I mean, adding more cups to it, unless they're moving faster, and the fact that like the angle that you're viewing it at, as well,
You're so
like if
good
you
at
were
this.
looking at it
I
straight
can't
on and he
believe
was
you did
moving it
it.
around like that, it might be
You
difficult.
deserve that prize more than me.
But like the
Hundreds of
fact that
donuts.
you're like above it
What
at
have
an
you
angle
done?
makes it so much
Master
easier to
Yoda
keep
is
track
going
of.
to be so disappointed in us.
How was I supposed to know I was that strong with the Force?
Oh, because they broke the thing, maybe. Okay. You know, you can skip the other ones so much faster.
Oh, this is my favorite part of the training.
Also, who's the red guy? Like, who's the red? Like, what race is that one? Because the only red ones that I know or that I remember are the Sith, which, you know, is probably not.
Brilliant. Let's practice our Force push.
And there you go. Now they're not breaking. Do I get my reward now?
Thank you, friend. Now everything is ready for when lessons resume.
Wait. I just realized why we're the only ones here.
Missed the field trip to Kessel. Have we been to Kessel yet? It sounds familiar. Okay. Okay. And that was the to my right. Alright, Yoda,
Another
what do you
here
got?
to attempt your ability to see. Search your feelings, images, visions. Of what do you see?
Oh.
Yes. Clear your vision is.
I did not understand the purpose. Oh, it looks like we got 3 of them as well. Okay. I mean, now that I know what it is, or how to do it, it's super easy.
Good. Strong with the Force, this one is.
Watch one of them just throw out something that isn't even there. Okay, that one's another ship. Okay, let go of it.
Yes.
You can cancel
Clear
it
your
with B, by the
vision
way,
is.
as it turns out. Which is the only reason I managed to complete it. Okay. Oops. Not that map. And then that's just the exit. Which means theoretically, we're done in the federal district again, unless there's something at the Senate place, which I guess there could be. Ugh. Yeah, so the last one must be at the Senate. Because that's the only other place that wouldn't have shown up on either map. How long have we been going? I do have that little bit to cut out. I did not go, I went too far. So yeah, it'll be a little bit longer part, but that should be fine. Assuming this is all we have left to do. If there's more than this, right, which was something I wanted to check. Okay, there's only one side mission. Whoops, side mission left here, and it's not currently available. So good. Because yeah, these were the only 2 that had new
Are you trying to get
things
to
in
somewhere
them.
else? We can
Yes.
get you a vehicle straight there.
Okay, so the Jedi Temple is completely done.
You ready to hit the tracks?
I guess we'll go to the
Have a
Senate
smooth
building.
trip.
Maybe the
Open
I
up
guess
your
it just
crate
said
on the
puzzle. I
way.
guess you don't necessarily get a kyber brick from a puzzle, right? And we are missing one thing in both locations. So let's see. Yeah, sure enough. I mean, I guess I could have just walked inside and found it, because this place is like super small. This is really it. Oh,
The
okay.
Senator's walls. Are you? Wait, that painting. It's beautiful. I have never seen this painting of the Senator and his old mentor before. How radiant he looks in that hood. I cannot turn my gaze.
They're waiting. Okay, I can't. There we go.
There's something
Goes
so
there.
regal about a hooded robe. Alas, my horns make it difficult to don one myself. Perhaps one day
Yeah, I get that.
I will find a hood large enough to go over these horns of mine. A boy can
I feel
simply
like
dream.
you could find a hood large enough to go over those horns, but it's gonna look ridiculous. Like, you definitely need a hood, and then cut like horn holes out of it, right? Like, that's the only way to have that look at all good. Goes there. Where is the last piece? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. There we go.
Superb. The Senator will be most pleased to see this. Until then, I shall be pining over their magnificent hoods.
Giving me a quest as well.
That dastardly bounty hunter who made an attempt on Senator Amidalla's life. There has been enough drama on Coruscant lately without those disgusting insects out there causing havoc. I implore you, please, do something about this infestation. So far,
Okay.
the Cahoon outbreak appears to be contained to the
Cahoon, eh?
Federal District.
Okay. So I guess we're going to be finishing Coruscant this part. 20 of them, eh? Hopefully they're clustered up. Oh, apparently they're here as well. Oh, I guess this does count as the Federal District.
What is that? Get away from me!
Just the Usker District, that wouldn't be... Oh, which means we might end up back at this one as well. Okay, and... yeah, that looks like that's it in here.
I can get you where you need to be.
Because, yeah, like on here, the Senate building's done now. And we just have the one character.
Ready to make the trip? Hope you find what you're
Which is
looking
kind of
for.
weird because we
Physically
picked up the
and
quest in the
emotionally.
Senate building. So, like, if for whatever reason we didn't notice that that guy got the quest marker above his head, we could have been looking for quite some time, right? Because, like, we would have been running around the Federal District looking for it, not even thinking of going to the Senate building, because why would we? It says it's in this district. I also feel like this probably should have unlocked earlier, this quest.
What are these things?
Just because this is obviously from, like, the bugs from episode 2. And just the fact that, like, they weirdly hit it behind the picture of what's-his-face, you know, obviously being a Sith, is, like, the only reason it wasn't in episode 2, I guess. But it's like, did that guy really have to, like, see the picture of the guy as a Sith to get us to go and take out bugs that have theoretically been there for quite some time now?
Somebody, please, do something!
Just push it really. There we go. Okay, 6 more. So, looks like one more outbreak. Where the hell is this? Oh, they must be on a lower level, I guess. I'm so glad this is allowed. That this is like, hopefully this is in fact the last thing that we have, because I really gotta pee. All right, 6 more bugs to squash. Although it does look like they might be in 2 different locations. But if there's only 6, they've been...
Is that a Cahoon? Fascinating. You rarely see them outside of their native planet, Indomodo. And I'm just now remembering how deadly they are. Help!
Okay, that was weird that they gave that lady a cutscene, but the other people were just already under attack when I got there. So is he gonna show up and drop the character token on me while I'm still in this district, and that's why it's counted under here instead of the Senate building? Yeah, see, like, look, why did that lady get a cutscene? And it's not just because she said stuff, because, I mean...
back! My
Yeah.
brother's a Jedi. Well, he knows a Jedi. Well, he knows a guy who... Just go away!
No, it looks like it's taking us back there, which is weird. That's very weird.
We have stopped receiving reports of Cahoon attacks, something I presume is related to your return here. Excellent work. Of course, the Senate would not allow for such a service to the people of Coruscant to go unrewarded. Oh, but I'm all out of Corps You Saint badges. In that case, I suppose I must simply owe you a favor to redeem at your discretion. You may call upon me whenever you need.
Alright. The Cahoon Calamity. Alright, so with that, that is the final side mission in Coruscant done. Which makes that the end of that, and that is the Federal District done. And since that apparently didn't unlock anything else, and I'm relatively certain that that was everything that it was just the 2 planets, we'll end the part there. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.